Good morning. You join us from Ennerdale. It's 17th of October. The captain and I, Roberto, and our FNG Jack are setting off for Pillar via Black Sail Pass. So we're going to head up to Ennerdale. The scenery is going to be spectacular, and you're going to see some of this, some of that, and some of, hopefully, the other.
And the red squirrel.
Let's see what we find. So that's the plan. Through the valley, about 5k, Black Sail Pass, up onto Pillar, and we'll see where it takes us. Along the ridge, hopefully Scoat Fell, and down back to the valley. So that's the forest pretty much left behind. This track takes up to Black Sail Youth Hostel, more of that to come, then up to Black Sail Pass, and then the ascent on the way to Pillar. Fantastic scenery this morning, Captain. How are you feeling?
Top of the world, mate.
It's lovely. Look at this. So there we go, that's Ennerdale proper finished. Over the bridge outside Black Sail Youth Hostel, and then up the side to Black Sail Pass. Just see the footpath zigzagging up, and the real work begins. So there we go, along the path, along and up onto the first part. You can just see the chaps at the bottom, sense perspective. Lovely. So we're leaving Black Sail behind. We've got Luckingstead ahead of us, a bit more of an ascent, and then we're near the top of Pillar. That'll come in time. In the meantime, the weather's being very kind to us, and the views are just starting to be, well, see for yourself down into Wasdale. Fantastic. Our next adventure over that, continue on to Pillar. Marvellous. As the guys catch up, we've still got it cloudy over Great Gable, but our next attempt, as Rob goes ahead of us, is going to be Luckingstead, the main path. We've also got, if we look over here, a glimpse into Ennerdale. Fantastic, and the way we've come. And the next part of the journey, I think our last ascent is going to wind a little bit over here and up to Pillar in the distance, where we'll have lunch. Fantastic. How are you feeling, Roberto?
Much better this time.
Much better this time. You'd come again, would you?
Yes.
Good man. we go. Captain's changing the battery in his phone. The guy's off to the summit, maybe another 200 metres. The weather's not been as good as it was predicted. We're still very, very cloudy over Great Gable. Still no sign of Fell Pike, and it's forecast to be very, very windy for the rest of the afternoon, and very much so tomorrow. So with that in mind, we carry on the top of Pillar, then on to Scoat Fell with the wind at our backs, and then back down into the valley for tea and medals. Great stuff. Carry on, lads. On. How are we all feeling?
Oh, awesome. It's a bit windy.
Well, this is the highest point, 892. Yeah, there's some dips and rises as we go along, but here we go. Plenty of shelter. There's a few piles of rocks, so we can make that bacon sandwich. Jack's gone ahead of us. Well done, Jack. Well done, Jack. There you go.
The highest point?
892.
Oh, brilliant.
Right. There we go. 892 metres. We did it. Well done, everybody. Hats off. If it weren't so cold, we would. Thanks for joining us. As you can tell, it's getting a bit windy. Like I mentioned earlier, the forecast is predicting up to 60-mile-an-hour winds, certainly for tomorrow all day. So the plan is, we'll come down, Scoat Fell, go around down back into the valley, and get off the fells. Intrepid bunch this way. Starting to get a bit fruity with the old wind, but we're good. Nice and careful, we stick to the path. And up. There they go. Fell across the rubble, and then we're on the grass again. We're good. Well done, lads. Follow the captain. After you. Captain's still banging away. So there we are. We're going to give Steeple a miss because of the high winds. Go down towards Haycock, make a decision to come down before the gap at Haycock, or go on over it. Watch this space. Fantastic day. Windy, exhilarating. Still on the breezy side. We're going to take this junction ahead and get back down into the valley. Excellent. Safety first. Ooh. There we are. The path's going to come down. We checked the OS map. Over the top of that brow, down to the valley. So there we are. That's the end of Scoat Fell. We're giving Haycock a miss. Are we, Captain? Back into the valley in time for tea and medals. Making sure our two young apprentices do it safely. Got to persevere on a old path up Ling Mel. That's all you got to do. Down through the forest, on the path back to the hostel. Easier said than done. Ah, we've always got back, haven't we?
Yeah.
Well, there we go. That's Lingmel behind us, and all that remains is a 400-metre jaunt, just about, through the edge of the pine forest, back onto the forest road, and then a nice trundle on the flat road back to the hostel, ETA 5 PM. So a good time was had by all, no matter what they say, and I think a cold one when we get back, followed by a hot shower, will be lovely. Well, there we go, we're in spitting distance of the youth hostel, so it's time to say goodbye. Thanks for joining us. It's goodbye from Rob, it's bye from Jack the FNG, it's good night from the captain, and it's so long from me. Thanks for joining us. Another mission accomplished. You alright, Jack?
Yes, thank you.
Good man. You alright, captain?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Rob, how you doing?
I'm looking forward to your round, hint.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes. And on that bombshell. Right, thanks for joining us. See you on the next one.